It's Kayla Thompson. Welcome to our live Bachelor panel here at Shared News. I have Kayla Galloway with me today. Before we get into it, go ahead and give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our panels, any of our videos, all that good stuff. KG, happy Friday. How are you doing? How was
Happy
your week?
Friday. I am good. I was telling you a little bit before, I am so consumed by all things Vanderpump Rules, but I feel like I've been neglecting my Bachelor baby. So I'm excited to get back into The Bachelor
Listen.
and see what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. Bachelor, we were chatting, excuse me, before we went live, and we were saying how it's like right before the new season of Bachelorette. It's a little lull sometimes, but other times we have like some stuff to talk about. So yeah, we definitely have a couple of interesting little tidbits happening in Bachelor Nation that we're going to dive into today. But we are live, so make sure you guys join in on the conversation. We love going live because you guys always give us such great like stuff to talk about. You add certain like comments that we're like, oh, we didn't think about that. So please feel free, join in, don't be shy, leave us a comment, and maybe just ask us any of our thoughts on some of the topics we have today. So, you ready to dive in?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do it. Okay, so first off, KG, I'm sure you've
hmm
heard that ABC has officially announced The Golden Bachelor has been greenlit. So it will
Yes.
be a spin-off of The Bachelor, but surrounding those who are in their golden years or their senior years. And we even had like, some people talking about it, and the legendary Martha Stewart herself actually was saying that even she would be down to go on the show. But as a lead though, because she was saying like, "Oh, I'd want to
Yeah.
meet all the guys first," and so maybe she's like a golden bachelorette, who knows. But before I get your thoughts on this whole spinoff, because we have to talk about it and unpack it all.
Yes.
Any other celebrities that you'd like fan cast to be on the show, or maybe even the lead of the show? Because I have like one or
Yes, you know what? I was trying to plan something, and then I don't know why the golden part just went away, and I was like, Ariel Maddox would be a great bachelorette, but I was like, oh wait, no, wrong age
oh,
bracket.
right, wrong
So I
age
mean,
bracket.
I'm gonna pretend that all celebrities are single, and
Mm.
Julia Roberts, I'd be
Mm.
down for that. I want an A-lister, nothing below.
Ooh. Julia Roberts would be great.
I'd watch
Oh my
that. They do
gosh.
like a Pretty Woman
Heck yeah.
group date like theme. I would love it.
Yes, that would be so cute. That's a really good one. I was thinking like someone like Brad Pitt. Now he's like golden, like he's not really a senior. He's like in his 50s. But, like, I feel like that
He's
still maybe could count, I don't know. Is he,
He's
like, in his
about to
50s,
hit
I
that
think?
60 mark. If he isn't already. Like
Is he
he's getting up
really?
there, but he looks better than ever. Can we talk about that for a moment?
He
He is
looks
aging like a fine
amazing.
wine.
He really, really is. Yeah,
I'd
maybe
watch
him
that.
or even, like, what's the guy? Oh my gosh, wait, no, he's too young too. I was gonna say Bradley Cooper, but Bradley Cooper's, like, not even 50. I'm choosing, like, young
Yeah.
people. I'm
know.
not
It's
even
kind of a
abiding by
hard
the rules here.
bracket to like find. I just have never thought of the Bachelorette in this age bracket. So kind of have to kind of change your mindset a little bit.
I
But I mean, I
know.
honestly couldn't think of anyone better than Martha Stewart. As soon as this Sports
I
Illustrated
know.
thing came out, I actually thought of it even before like she
Yo, the
commented on it.
photos of her? Yes, the
If
photos of her
I
are
look
actually, like, incredible.
if I look half as good as her at that age, I will be a happy girl. She looks
Happy.
incredible and like good for her. She seems just so confident and happy at this time in her life. I love her
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg
she really
friendship.
does.
She's the moment.
Yes, she really is, and she's even cool with the Kardashians, I think, too, right? She's just, like, really hip, I
Mhm.
feel. Like, she's just
She's the
cool, and it's,
coolest
like, dope
person.
that she knows about, like, The Bachelor, and she's, like, into the franchise at all. So yeah, that'd be pretty fun. If you guys have any
What
other,
if
like, fan casts
Yeah,
of celebrities who would be on the show, please
please.
drop a comment. What were you gonna say, AG?
I mean, I would be happy. What if she just hosted a Golden Bachelor group date? That would be a
Oh, now that
great
would be cool.
episode of television.
That'd be
So, but
cool.
I mean,
That would be
I don't
really
know. Do
cool.
you think
Yeah.
it,
Mhm.
it comes out in the fall? So does that mean they haven't filmed yet? I'm assuming summer. I'm not sure
No,
what the
I don't think
turnaround is.
no. So on that note, let's dive into what we know about the Golden Bachelor so far. So
Perfect.
first off, it's gonna follow a male lead dating multiple female contestants. It does premiere in the fall on Mondays, but it's gonna be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, following Dancing with the Stars. And apparently, it's only gonna be 1 hour. So, first of all, also before I even move any further, Jesse Palmer has not been confirmed as the host. So, we also don't have a host, and they haven't announced yet the lead of the show yet either. So, three things going on. We don't know the host yet, we don't know the lead yet, and with it only being an hour is what we're speculating, right?
Yeah.
With it only being an hour, my guess, KG, is that the cast must be smaller than usual. Like, what are you making of just like all the all the things
Yeah.
about this?
No,
Because
I
it's
think
kind of a
that's a
lot. Even the
really
later time, I'm like, yeah.
yes. The later time, just my inner old lady is coming out, and like I'll be in bed by then.
I mean,
But
okay. Yes.
I'll watch it the next day on Hulu. But the Golden Bachelor,
Right.
first of all, I'm very happy they changed the name because when they were like casting for it, or we've talked about it before, it was the Senior Bachelor. I like the
Mhm.
Golden Bachelor a lot better. So kudos to whoever
Okay.
made that
Yeah.
decision. And when it comes to the host, I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw way back when just the show was being rumored, Ben Higgins
Mhm.
shoot his shot to be the host. And since this now it's official, Ben Higgins went on his
Mm.
podcast Almost Famous with Ashley I and went for it as well, trying to like get the job. And I think that
Okay.
would
Just
be a really
publicly.
solid casting choice. And he's vying for it publicly.
Okay. Let me mull that over. Ben Higgins as
Yeah.
the host of Golden Bachelor. Now, at first, I was like, I don't know, because I'm like assuming that someone in that age bracket would also host. But I feel like actually having someone younger could be cool. Like
And someone who's
having a
gone
guy
through
like
it.
Ben who is married, who's gone through it, who's been the bachelor, but he's younger. He might remind them to kind of like, hey, like, loosen up. Like, it's all good. Have some fun. Don't like, cause this is going to be an older guy dating multiple women, which is definitely not something that is traditional, right? So I think that'd be cool for him to kind of bring that vibe. And Ben also has this really like sweet and sensitive and kind of like I was gonna say golden boy, no pun intended, golden boy energy to him. So I actually think he might fit,
Actually,
but I guess
Golden Boy for the
we'll
Golden
have to see.
Bachelor.
So
Can
yes,
I tell you
golden
a
boy for the
flex
golden
that I
bachelor.
have? Ben Higgins
Oh,
follows my
please tell me.
podcast on Instagram. So
Oh,
that's
I
my
love
flex.
that for
Hair flip
you.
if my hair was down. So yeah, I'm definitely rooting for him. Fan to fan. No, I'm just
Oh
joking.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that
No,
would
I
be a
love
really good
that.
choice. But I mean, it would make sense also
Mhm.
to them to get someone else in the age bracket. I would understand that for sure. But I
Yeah.
mean, it is interesting. Ben Higgins is
Yeah.
not holding back. He wants the job, and he's made it very clear. And when it comes
I think that's
to
cool.
yeah. When it you never like the worst they can say is no, right? Like if you throw it out there, like
Yeah.
I love it. When it comes
Yeah.
to picking the lead, I think they really
Mhm.
really need to choose someone we already know. Whether it's within the Bachelor
Okay.
franchise from like a hometown, a dad
Mhm.
of someone, maybe even a
Mhm.
hometown dad that we meet in charity season, who knows? Or past
Okay.
seasons,
Okay.
or it has to be some
I
type
could
of
see that.
known person. Like I remember in the beginning of The Bachelor, they would just kind of almost like, there was like some like
Mhm.
royalty from like England or something they brought in. So like someone
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
kind of know of them, but they're
Yeah,
not
they
like
would or
A-list or
just like even
anything.
Jesse Palmer, like Jesse Palmer
Yeah.
wasn't from a bachelorette season, but he was a known athlete. So, someone that's kind of known, that's true. I didn't think about that. I think that's a really
A
good point
retired
because people
athlete.
have been kind of wanting yeah, someone like that actually would be nice cuz people have been saying they want Grandpa John, Gabby's grandfather, but he
Yeah.
Grandpa John is just I've never been a fan of that, him being on the show for multiple reasons. I think that in my opinion, he's at that age where it's like I'm good. I don't need to be in a relationship. Like I'm just chilling for the rest of my life. I'm set. But then also I think his story was just about, his wife that passed away. He still wears his ring. I don't think he's I just yeah, just all encompassing, I don't think that he's even wanting to do that. Um, but yeah, back to your point, I think maybe the way to go because I think even choosing a dad might like a divorced dad might be tough. I don't know, like that might be tough to find. I can't think of anyone coming to mind right now, and I feel like in my opinion, they should have someone like that's like the perfect lead because I don't really get why they even started the ball rolling with the show unless they had someone to center it around that was like
Yeah, they
really
have to
gonna
have
bring
someone right
something, you
now.
know what I mean? Yeah. So especially with and let's talk about this, the time that it airs. It airing after Dancing with the Stars is huge. Now, in two different ways though. It could be, one, it could be great because it's coming right off the heels of Dancing with the Stars. A lot of people, even in that age range, are going to be watching Dancing with the Stars, right? So they'll just
Yeah.
kind of stay on the Golden Bachelor come on. Hey, maybe they'll stick around. But for others, am I going to want to stay up on the East Coast that late at 10 p.m. to watch this new show, this new concept? Is it really going to work? Like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm probably going
Mhm.
to watch the first 2 episodes, and that's when I'll decide if I watch the season. I'm a little
Fair.
question mark if I how I feel about it. And like, yeah, it's something different. Like, people of all ages deserve love and a love story,
Mhm.
and I love that. But it'll be really interesting to see how they do it. I already feel like Bachelor is a little bit behind on the times when we're even talking about a younger age bracket. But
Mhm.
I just am a little worried about
Yeah.
it going too much in time, the traditional of the
Mhm.
most traditionalist, you know what I'm saying. But that,
Traditional route? Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
exactly. They probably might have like a more traditional lead because of the age bracket, and I just hope they don't go too far that way. They still stay in the times, they still keep it fresh. And so I think they
Yeah.
really need someone who's fun and has like a good
Yeah.
personality and
I
someone
think
that
so
we could
too.
fall in love with. If I fall in love with the lead within the first 2 episodes, I think they've done their job and I will finish
Mhm.
the season. If
Mhm.
they don't,
Yeah.
I'll be not watching it.
I'll
What do
be
you
not.
think?
No, 1000%. Casting has a big, stake in whether or not people are going to stick around and watch till 11 p.m. if they're living on the East Coast, or watching the next day, taking the time out to go on Hulu and watch it. And I agree with what you said. I think casting a lead that I think they have to ride the line. They have to be, traditional or just, to be relatable maybe and just kind of like chill, but also have some edge to them that makes the show a little different, that makes things interesting because if it's too cookie cutter of what we would expect, I don't know if I'm going to be really into it. Now I'm not saying go all the way left and do have you even heard of this MILF Manor? I'm not saying go crazy with
I have no
doing some
fun
kind of concept like
fact.
that, which is a completely different concept. But yeah, go ahead.
Fun fact, one of the moms on there, I worked with when I was at a creative agency here in LA because she used to be a Sono Bello ambassador. And so I worked
Stop.
with her. Yeah, she's super sweet. Her name's Charlene. But when I saw her, I was like, oh my
Oh
goodness, I
my
know that
gosh.
girl.
Yes. That show is
So funny you
wild.
bring that
But
up. It
yeah,
looks it.
I think they just have to make it interesting. I think they have to make it interesting. And, I think even with like BIP when it comes into the fold, we pulled up that little um schedule for you guys earlier. If you saw it, BIP will come
Oh,
on
it's
only
here.
on Tuesdays, but at 9, oh there it is. And it's still 2 hours. I don't know, just like the whole schedule like KG told me earlier, I'm about to put you out in the street, that you have a little spreadsheet of all your reality shows of when you watch
I
what
do.
time, and you are so
Mhm.
cute and so organized. But people like me are like, "Doesn't The Bachelor come on at 8? Wait, it's not? It comes on at 9. How am I supposed to keep track of this? I just wanna turn it on at 8 and know when it comes on. Don't start throwing it around. It's 9, then it's 10, then it's only an hour, then it's like, "Okay, you're losing me," you know?
Yeah,
So,
I
I don't
definitely
know.
have not watched live shows that go past that start at 9 p.m. Like if it starts at 8 p.m., that's like my cutoff. So I mean, I'll definitely be watching the next
Yeah.
day, most likely for these like now that they're starting with 9 p.m. But I mean, it's definitely really telling of also the network of where of importance
Mhm.
they are. You know, that 8 p.m. slot versus the 9 p.m. slot, I think is a big one, and I think there's probably more people
Yeah.
like me who kind of feel like that. Um, and
Yeah,
so it
exactly.
should be interesting. I mean, I hope that we really have such a good season of The Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, The Golden
Mhm.
Bachelor this year because I really think it'll make a difference of how The Bachelor moves on. Will they go back up a time
Yeah,
slot? Will they stay here for a few years? I'm very curious to see how
right.
all of that works out.
Yeah. Same for me. So we will, cross the bridge when we get to it, so to speak. But let's move on to our next topic of the panel. I want to talk about our favorite polarizing couple, I think, of Bachelor Nation right now, is what I'll call
Ooh.
them. Greg and Victoria were seen taking a trip this past week to Florida to Disney World and Universal Studios. And at this point, these two are just like making traveling just kind of like I mean, I guess everyone travels, but I feel like when Greg and Victoria travel, I don't know, we just like pay attention. Between them living from Nashville and New York City and they go to LA often. And of course, I think this is why I think of them this way. Like, we can't forget their iconic Italy trip that kind of started it all.
Hmm.
But yeah, I loved seeing these two on Disney World, in Disney World, at Disney World this
Something
past
like
week.
that.
I think they're really cute. I think they're something like that. I think they're super cute though. The photos of them were just so precious. I can't help but cheese and look at them. I don't know. I think there's like the photo of them. I don't know if we have it, but it's the photo of them like holding the wands at Harry Potter World. Yeah, there it is. It's just like I love that like we're seeing them be quirky and fun too, and not just like whenever Greg and Victoria post, it's like very lifestyle photos. It's not overly even like social media-esque edited. It's just like them just chilling, living life, doing their thing. It looks really nice aesthetically,
Hmm.
but it's not, you know what I mean? It's not too much. And I don't know. I'm feeling them. And I'm sure you are too, because I know you're a Greg Toria stan. So
Yes.
what did you think?
I I've loved them since day one. No shade to Johnny. They just were not the right couple, and I really think these two are endgame. And I definitely think on Instagram they do kind of, they do kind of more like sultry pictures, or like she also does her editing like really dark, so it kind of. But TikTok, they
Mhm.
have a lot more
Mhm.
fun. I definitely recommend following them. They do funny, cute little videos all the time, and they're like total nerds and relatable and in the
Yeah.
best way. And I really, really love them. The day they get engaged, I think we should throw a party. And a little shout out to our girl Morgan P. Talks. She has a podcast episode where she interviews Greg. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to. So
Yes, I need to
I
watch
just
it.
love this
I know.
couple. And they're one of my favorites right now.
Yeah. No, they're one of my favorites. I follow Victoria and every time I see them post, I'm just like, "Oh, they're so cute." Like, I don't know. I
And
didn't
can I
think
say
that I'd
also,
think of them like this, but I'm just like, yeah.
yeah, they're also the
What's
hottest
up?
couple in Bachelor Nation. They're just like so good looking. It like sometimes hurts to look at them.
They they really are. Also, I just noticed, look at Greg's face in this photo. Like he is fully acting, like he's got his acting chops like out to freaking be seen right now. Like his face is so into it. I'm so weak.
So into it. Yes,
I can't
I am just
I
a huge
can't with
stan of
him.
these two. I am obsessed. And I hope that like Bachelor gives them the
Yeah.
respect they deserve. We have couples who come back and host things and stuff like that. I would love it if they made like a little Bachelor appearance because they really I think
Yeah.
they're gonna make it, and I think Bachelor can still take it as a, I don't know, credit that, they wouldn't have met each other if the Bachelor world didn't exist. Even though it wasn't technically on a
That's what
show,
I was
I
gonna
still consider
say.
them a Bachelor couple.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna ask if you think that the franchise will kind of take ownership of them and ask them to like come back to the beach to host a date. Maybe like Greg can do something to show off his acting chops. I keep referencing the Katie's season acting drama, but I think it's kind
Yes.
of funny now. But I think that they could. I don't know. I'm gonna answer my own question. I think that they could. I really do. I think that they've owned some past couples that weren't really, I don't know, at the time were questionable, really
Yeah.
questionable in the past. And so these two are, I said they're polarizing, but they have a lot of fans, obviously. We're two of them. Um
Yes,
so
for
yeah, I
sure.
think that I'd like to see them come back. I really would.
I hope so.
Um
I do think
I was
Bachelor does have
yeah.
favorites. And so, we see
Mhm.
Sean Lowe coming back every week on every show. But then we don't see like Ari and Lauren, who have been married and have a bunch of babies together. And so, when it is a little bit more controversial of a couple, Bachelor likes to stay away. So I'm hoping that changes with them at least.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think, it probably just depends on production, producers who has good relationships, like kind of on the inside. And I think that
Mhm.
Victoria, I think that she kind of does. And I don't know, even for Greg to come on after the final rose on the, you know, reunion show for Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
I don't know, just I think it shows that they probably would be willing to come back on. Um,
Fingers
but yeah,
crossed.
last little question on them. Like I
Yeah, tell
heard,
me.
well, just a little comment. I heard Greg say that now granted, I'm just gonna preface this with the heartbreak of last week with Brandon and Serene, we just never even
Mhm.
know who's gonna last these days. But I did see
Yeah.
Greg say that like his future hope in the next 5 years is to be married to Victoria and have at least one kid. So
I'm so into it.
are you hoping for that as well? Yeah,
I could
me
see an
too, me too, and
engagement
I think it's gonna
this
happen.
year. I really
Really?
could. They're looking at
Okay.
houses to buy. I mean, that's a commitment in itself.
Yeah,
I To buy a house with
yeah.
someone, I feel like I personally would need to be at least engaged.
No, that's actually really true.
If
That's a
marriage
good
is the
point.
goal, it's different for everybody.
Of course, of course. Yeah, I think you're right. And you know what? It's been about I was gonna say a year, but not quite. I think they were official in like September or October is
Yeah,
what we found
ish around
out
there.
of last year. But I think around the summer I know they were cool again. So yeah, I think by the fall, if they're not engaged, I'll be like, okay, well maybe this needed more time. But if 2024 comes around and they're not, I'll be like, okay, what's going on? But yeah, they seem
Christmas is the
super
most
solid. They
popular
seem super
proposal
legit.
day. Throwing out that out there.
Christmas? Maybe Christmas. We'll have to see. But yeah, they're one of my faves. Another one of my faves. Let's move on to the next topic. We have Ariel. We have a little update from about Ariel from Zach's season of The Bachelor. She's been posting a lot lately about like dating life and being single and pretty much just like life after a breakup. She's been making TikToks about specifically she made one about how to get the like revenge on your ex, but essentially she was saying like to be successful and essentially like working toward a goal and staying focused on who you are and building yourself up because then you won't be derailed by people who that enter your life, which I thought actually was really cool. But let's watch the video actually because we have a little clip.
Ooh, okay.
It's really
Fun.
For whoever needs to hear this,
cute.
because I think I need to hear this right now myself, the ultimate revenge on an ex is success. Success can mean many different things to different people, but whatever that concept is for you, if you're working towards a goal, you won't get derailed by people that re enter your life from your past. This seems to be the season of ghosts,
Mm.
so the more yours come back, just like mine have, just remember focus on you, focus on what your metric is for success, and you'll feel fine when you see them.
That's good. That is good. KG, tell me
So
what you're
good.
thinking because I feel like I know you're
She
married, but how good was that advice?
I'm obsessed. She is mother. I think that's what kids are saying these days. She is the epitome of that.
Yes,
I will do anything she
she is.
says. I think I said on my TikTok once, like I think more than if I had to pick one person of Bachelor Nation who should start a podcast, it would be Ariel. Um, really with some
Yeah.
the poise that she showed and just like I want to be her
Mhm.
when I grow up. I want to know each and every step she took so that I could do those steps to become who she is because I just think she's amazing. And I follow her on social media. I
Agreed.
personally also just love watching her fashion and like all she's like always in like this
Yes.
cool locale. Like she's very mysterious. I love it. But try to think you're on a reality show. I don't think she's talking about Zach from the previous season. I think now that she's so
Mhm.
popular all of a
Mhm.
sudden, like probably all those exes before are starting to crawl back in trying to like get on her coattails of
Yeah.
fame. That's kind of what I'm assuming she's talking
Yeah.
about there. What do
Yeah,
you
where
think?
this kind of specific TikTok is coming from. I can definitely see that. Yeah, obviously it wouldn't be Zach. She's talking about Zach is with Katie, they're doing well. But yeah, probably some exes in New York trying to kind of come back around now that she's popping off a bit. But totally agree. She's so mother is like the perfect way to put it. I mean, from
Right?
her voice to just her vibe and just how confident and cool and like mysterious she kind of is, but she's like really open at the same time, which I think
Yeah.
again would be why she should have a podcast. You're so right. Out of everybody in Bachelor Nation who's trying to have podcasts, I'm like, now hers I would watch. Like hers I would listen to
I
because
agree.
she's older. I feel like she actually has really good wisdom, really good head on her shoulders. She actually has something to say. Um, so I'm gonna be keeping up because maybe she will. You never know. She might start one soon. Um,
Yeah.
but have you been keeping up with? I'm sure you have because you keep up with everybody, with everyone, with her socials.
I try.
Because actually, last week, her and Jess, Gabby, Katie, and Mercedes went on a trip to Miami together, and they were posting some TikToks. Her and Jess getting ready, bathroom stuff like that. Little photo of them in their bikinis. But I don't know. Here's my thing. They went on a
Tell me.
girls' trip together. All these 5 women went on a girls' trip together, along with Katie, who's
Mhm.
engaged to the guy that they all liked. Gabby is there, right next to Katie, just smiling, just cheesing. Jess just looking all happy, like Mercedes cried over Zach. Like, I'm just kind of like, I mean, the final 3 are right next to each other. How,
They are.
like, do you ever find it weird when castmates get this close? Because for these 5, I think it is odd. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I do think and we've seen a lot of kind of girl groups coming from past seasons, but I will say this is the first time that the winner, quote unquote, Katie in this instance, is part of those girls'
Mhm.
trips. And I just think that's so
Right.
cool. I have to think in past seasons, like they have to feel so left out of like all their friends they made, but since they ended up with a guy, it's awkward. Yeah,
Yeah.
they get the guy, but then maybe they can't be as close in their friendships. And I think it's so cool that all of these women
Mhm.
are so just above that and emotionally mature, and their friendships mean more than that. A couple month relationship they had with a guy, and they're so happy for Katie. And I think they've all been able just to rise above it for each other and be a support system. And
Yeah.
I love every second of it.
I love that you had that perspective because I think, yeah, the first thought is like, this is really weird, especially for Gabby. I'm just kind of like, does Gabby not feel any kind of way? Like, she was still really, really hurt, during the reunion. And now you're just going on trips like with Katie. Like, yeah, so I guess for Katie, it's great. It really is because you're right. Usually the winner is left out. They're kind of just like exiled from the group of girls who essentially got broken up with, and they can kind of just all understand each other from that. And it's just like I think at the base level, it is a little awkward. It could be a little awkward, but it's cool
Mhm.
that they are able to separate. but I am curious how Gabby is feeling now. Like maybe she's a little bit further past just some of the hurt, and maybe she's I don't know. I'm curious if her and Zach have ever had words after. I don't know. I'm trying to piece it together because I just
Yeah.
coming from how she was responding on After the Final Rose to you're going to Miami with this guy's fiance. Yes, she's your friend, but I'm just like, wow. It makes me think maybe she's again, maybe she's moved on and ready for paradise? Question mark. What do you think?
Ooh, I hope so. I'd have to say I recommend. I don't know what her headspace is during this trip, but she did do a really great interview on the Off the Vine podcast with Caitlin Bristow, talking about the dynamic now that Katie and Zach are together, and
Mm,
it's a really good listen.
mhm,
And she has just such a mature outlook on it. And again, like
mhm.
I'll grow up to be Ariel, but I want to grow up to be Gabby too. They're just like they were such a good group, and I think
Yeah.
if I had my way, other than Katie, obviously, I would have all those ladies in this picture on the beach. And like honestly, I feel like their Miami
Aw.
trip, I was following all of their socials during it, was almost like a little mini
Mhm.
Bachelor in Paradise like snap of it. Like it was
Really?
so much fun to watch. I saw them have pictures, they ran into Future. They're living their best life.
Yeah.
And I did I was a little
Yeah.
disappointed because I went to Stagecoach the same weekend they were in Miami. And I just assumed, straight out of their season, Stagecoach is where you shine after your Bachelor season, right? It's Bachelor holy ground. So I
Right.
was actually surprised
Right.
that they went on a Miami trip that weekend versus kind of doing the festival rounds, which really past season ladies normally do.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I That's so fun. You're making me like want all of them to go on Paradise though. I like would
Hmm.
love
I
all
would
of them to
love
go.
it.
Well, I mean not Katie, but Gabby, Mercedes could be cool. I mean, I think we heard that maybe her and Andrew were talking or something, or maybe interested in each other, or something
They
like
had like
that.
a
I don't
TikTok
remember. Um,
interaction.
yeah, they had a
And then
TikTok
Clayton has
interaction.
a
That's what
crush
it
on
was.
Jess.
Clayton has this. What I was gonna say. Clayton has a huge crush on Jess, which actually I would love. Like I would love
Absolutely.
that.
I have a
I
pick for
think that
all of
they
these
would
girls.
work.
Do you want to hear?
Oh, let me hear it. I can't wait. Please.
Okay, Jess and Clayton, Mercedes and Andrew,
Okay.
Gabby and Johnny,
Mhm.
Victoria's ex, and then I know right, and Ariel and Jason Alabaster,
Yo,
Gabby's runner up. I think I did it
I
perfect. I
love
know.
every single pick. I love every single pick for every single
Yay!
person. Oh my gosh.
Try to
Oh
think
my
how hot
gosh.
Jason and Ariel would be together. They'd be Griptoria
Dude,
2.0.
they would be so, so good together. And I love Gabby and Johnny, like,
Mm-hmm.
because Gabby's really quick. Like, well, it'd be kind of weird because his other ex is named Gabby and they kind of have similar, like, quirky, just
Oh
both
yeah,
being quirky
I didn't think
girls.
about that.
Um, yeah, but I think maybe Johnny is like into that though. Like I think he might like that.
I think he likes
That would be really
brunettes.
cute.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think we'll definitely see though some of the villains of their season like Christina
Hmm.
Mandrell and can
Yeah.
we I don't really want to categorize Brianna as a villain, but I think she definitely stirred the
Yeah,
pot
I
a
even
bit. I
think
would like to see her on the beach.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Christina is also question mark. I feel like she is a little misunderstood. I think she's
That
fun. I think
too.
she was in.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
fair.
she could have been our bachelorette. I think she was in the running personally. And
Mm,
I would love to see her. But I did see her at
yeah.
Stagecoach with Dom from Perfect Match.
That's
So I don't know if that's a
right. You
thing or
text
not.
me
But
that?
it made my eyes
That's
open. But
crazy.
I haven't seen anything since. They didn't post a picture together or anything.
Yeah. We'll have to see what happens with that. Yeah, please keep me in the loop because that
Oh, I will.
crossover reality TV should be really
Yeah.
interesting.
Mhm. I
All
love
right,
it.
let's move on to our last topic of the panel today. Last but not least, we have the first official photo of Charity's night one of her Bachelorette season. I'm so excited. Like, I'm counting down the days, like, to see Charity's season premiere. I am just so, so happy for her. She was our pick from day one. She's been our it girl
Yes.
from day one of Zach's season. And yeah, the photos are just like really cute. Now we've obviously seen footage of her from the little clips they've shown in the past. But just to have like a nice official photo, it's like refresh our memory. She looks so stunning. I love this color dress on her. I was kind of hoping, well, obviously again, we saw the footage, but I was hoping that she would go for more of like a green or a
Mm.
blue, like a more contrast color, but I actually like the mauve and I love the embroidery of the jewels and yeah, love that. What were your thoughts on just her look?
Absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I actually love the simplicity of it. I mean, it is still like sparkles all over the place, but I do
Mhm.
think with her hair down, some simple like drop earrings, no like necklaces, it kind of has this simplicity of it while still being stunning, which I think there holds so much power in that. I think her presence alone, she probably can't
Mhm.
do go too crazy with the clothes just because her presence is already just like I mean, I've never seen her in real life, but I could imagine. I don't. We've said
Just
it from the beginning. She just has this
beaming.
like presence, and it's just like she's a
She does.
supermodel. The color is great on her. It fits her like a glove. We did see just like a little
Yeah.
clip of the dress, but not like in full. They had like the undercover brother little clip. But I
Yeah, it
just
was mainly about
personally
that, yeah.
yeah. I just cannot wait till we get the first type of teaser. I want to see something. She did post
Yeah.
on her story yesterday. She didn't ask me anything.
Mhm.
And she said,
Yes.
what describe your season in 3 words. And she
Yeah.
did, oh, look, oh my goodness, you guys have it. Oh,
We have it
okay.
on
I
this
wasn't
girl, I was gonna
expecting
say, we
that.
got it,
Look
we
at
ready,
that.
we were ready for it.
I did not realize
Yes.
that that was on the docket. Amazing. So she said thrilling, dramatic, and loving. And I'm
Mhm.
ready. I'm ready to be thrilled.
I love that she's listening to "Wipe Me Down," by the way. I think that's hilarious. I also saw her post, earlier in the Ask Me Anything, someone was like, "Are you in love?" And she was like, "With the Lord, yes." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna love her."
So good.
I think she's gonna be I think we're gonna get to see some of her humor and just, like, her personality. But yeah, interesting 3 words that she chose. I think dramatic is the one word that where I was like, "Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting anyone to." I don't know, I mean, just because with Charity being I feel like Charity is going to kind of reflect a little bit of what we saw with Michelle's season, like, just so much poise and grace and handling situations so easily and seamlessly that drama just kinda got squashed pretty fast, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, so for her to say dramatic, I'm actually like, "Okay, okay, cool. Let's get dramatic." I actually am excited about that. What do you wanna see happen this season, though? Like, what are some things where you're like, "Okay, I want a little bit of this, maybe a little bit of that in charity season." And then, of course, I'm already guessing how you want it to end, but you can give me some of that too.
Yes. I mean, seeing a ring on her finger and a few things she's posted, I feel optimistic that she does get an engagement towards the
Mhm.
end. But I liked it more
Yeah.
than anything in Zach's season, seeing the bonds from the castmates. We just saw them going on Miami trips. And so I want to see some bromances. I
Mhm.
really love seeing the cast support each other and not just competition. And I'm hoping she
Yeah.
gets guys who are also just like on her level because she has such high emotional intelligence with just what she does for a living as like a therapist. And I honestly think that she's going to know
Yeah.
pretty quick the people who are not there. And I want to see some like I don't
Mhm.
know, even just some bulk sending home even. Like, I'm sorry, like I don't even want to give this many people
Hey.
roses. Like these are the amount of people I want to gone because I know they're
Yes.
not my person. I want her to make some big decisions.
Mhm.
I believe she said in the Ask Me Anything
Mhm.
also, she's like, "Did you cancel any cocktail parties?" And she's like, all of them, as kind of a joke. But I hope I want her to make some noise. Like, I want this to be a charity
Yeah.
driven season and she does what she wants. And I think that's what we're going to get.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think, last season with the Bachelorettes, we saw a lot of cocktail parties canceled due to a different kind of reason. But with this, I hope it's that because she's so sure, not because I'm so unsure and I'm so messed up and mixed up and how we saw with
Yeah.
with Rachel, honestly. And so yeah, I wanna see her take the reins of her season and really feel all the freedom to make whatever decision she wants. And even if that's keeping someone around longer than she's maybe supposed to at one point. Um, but yeah, I also would love to see I would like to see a little bit now, when I say a villain, I just mean like I really like the trope in Bachelorette seasons when there's those guys. They're kind of annoying, but I just think I don't know, it's just entertaining and I feel like it gives if there is someone there for the wrong reason. Okay, let me just break it down. There's someone there for the wrong reason, right? And
Yes.
then there's those
Hmm.
guys that like aren't really getting play from the lead from Charity. So their whole mission is to like bring down that dude
Mm.
that's not there for the right reasons. I always think that
Yes.
in the beginning can be kind of like like a subplot, like
Yeah.
storyline to the season because we have so many people. Um, and so yeah, I think that would be cool. I love that her cast is already really diverse. Um,
Yes.
and
Love that.
there's like one specific guy who I mean, just by the looks of it, he's just like could be great first Asian bachelor. I'm excited to see some
Yes.
more opportunities for people of color. Um, and just hearing other stories. Yeah, I just think it'll bring a lot. This season will bring a lot. Obviously, we'll see her family. Um, and yeah, just again, like I love when the guys do something on the season that kind of like quote breaks the rules of like what, they're supposed to do at this time. Like in the last season of The Bachelorette, I think maybe what could have helped Rachel is like if someone like went out of their way to like go to her room when they weren't supposed to or stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I like that. Like I know that has been villainized in the past, but I think for the right people it really works and it's always cute to watch. I don't know. So
Yeah.
that's
And I
kind of
think it
all
has
that
to do
I'd
with
like to see. That was
intentions
a lot.
too. No, I love it. I think it has
Mhm.
intentions of why
Mhm.
they're going to the room for more screen time to get, more drama, or it's because they genuinely want to see that person. So I think that's kind of where the division is. And one thing I think I'm
Yeah.
also looking forward to this season, we saw a little bit of it, but her brother, we know he's going to be there night one. Like he's gonna be around when they
Mhm.
meet the family. But
Mhm.
I hope the world or the America, I don't know, does this show the world? America falls in love with him even more, and we could have a back-to-back sister and brother season where he's the bachelor because we know he is single at the moment. That's what Charity said on her Ask
Ooh.
Me Anything. So I would
She
love
did
to
say
see that.
that.
So
That could be
I don't
interesting.
know. I
Yeah,
had a little
depending on
eyebrow
how much
raise when I
screen
saw
time
that.
he gets, like yeah, depending on how much screen time he gets, how often he's around, throughout the season, it's totally possible. Yeah,
I think so too.
I'd be
He's
down for
cute.
him or one of her guys obviously is an option. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's cute. I think he's a good age too.
Hmm.
So yeah, I definitely would like to see that. I need to see the promo ASAP. Like what you said earlier. I want to see what
Immediately.
we can be getting from this season immediately. So, we'll be around to cover it when it does drop. But that does
Hmm.
wrap up our panel for today. It's been so much fun, KG, just talking the little bits of Bachelor news that we had today.
I
Thank
love it.
you
I had
guys
so
who
much
were
fun.
watching live. Yes, we had so much fun. We always have fun together. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and joining us live. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you for watching and make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future panels when we go live or any of our videos on pop culture, news, movies, TV, reality shows, and Bachelor Nation news, of course. Once again, I'm Kayla Thompson with Kayla Galloway. Come follow us on Instagram and on TikTok. Our social handles are on the screen right now. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys really soon.